Yes, I wanted to tell you this quick, bold adjustment in theory, in game, as far as what we're doing today. Now, on a draft dashboard, of course, you can get this. This is just a tool, the best tool that we use. But I want to give you the best fantasy baseball advice. I noticed that I needed to re-examine my process. A lot of my games were just not high scoring enough, not getting up in the 125, at least 130 point, well, really 150 point range to be a solid cash option where you can ensure yourself a victory in some of these games. So we want to really refocus on the goal. What we want to try to do is obviously get that amount of points, 150 and above. I believe that can even get you in one of these share cash earnings to where, if you hit the point total, you get a payout. So it's good to focus on. And now, as I was watching Moneyball yesterday, a great movie to watch and check it out again if you have not even, watched it a second time, as you get some gems of knowledge about the game and how they use really to project a lot of players. Let's do it. From a batter perspective here, because this is the information that can most effectively, be used. Because I noticed I was getting a lot of zeros and a lot of things in my lineup that I was questioning for myself. Well, first of all, I wasn't always using or enough, at least second tier pitchers, if not using an ace first tier pitcher in a lot of the lineups. So try to do that when you can. Right now this is on, as you see here, draft kings, and you can do it for draft, uh, any kind of daily fantasy league setup. And what you could do is just order this according to the weighted OPS for any player. As you see, interestingly, at the top here, we've got, this is on an all-day slate, so let's get it more accurate to the main 10 games. Surprisingly, Hicks at 1481, but as we look at overall, trying to get back to first base here, OPS, which of course is on base percentage, it includes that, the OBP of, for example, let's put it in order. I'm sure Freeman is at the top anyway. At 980, including 415 on base percentage. Slugging of 565, very good. So I was looking at a lot of these players from this perspective and point of view, and I think I was overvaluating according to the lefty-righty platoon splits. And so in making your adjustments, maybe you are doing this as well. You're just looking at attacking pitchers with lefties versus Tyler Mahle, for example, because there's a big split here, big difference in righties and lefties, almost a .500 difference, and that's huge for any opposing batter. So, however, you can't go wrong with this matchup for today, obviously, with Freeman. But as we go on down the line here, as we want to try to accomplish, not only, I would say, if you can, 850 or more OPS total, but, also trying to get, I would say, about 850 on base percentage, if you can. I'm sorry, 350, as Cody Bellinger is below that, as well as below the OPS overall. And he's playing his interesting matchup with the Dodgers tonight versus this rookie, I don't believe he's pitched before, Underwood. And so you can do that and try to, mix and match lineups and do the best you can. With the Dodgers, though, you don't know what's going to happen later on tonight to set the batting order. So Bellinger likely is supposed to play as one of their best hitters on the team, and they did a whole record yesterday, in fact, for solo home runs and runs scored, something like that. And so this gives you, this guy here should be highly owned and popular, like even in season-long formats. Bowers, from his recent performance, as he scored on DraftKings 24 points in this recent outing, and has had a few good outings overall. So if he gets high up in the batting order, look at using him versus Gonzalez and this, this type of hitting percentage so far, because you got to get some cheap bats in, of course, in any of these formats. So look at and examine what you can do, learn a lesson from Moneyball, how you can fix and make adjustments when you're losing, as you might need to refocus on watching some of these players with the higher OPS and OBP, and not just platoon splits like I was overdoing really so far this year. And hopefully these adjustments make for better and not for worse. So go ahead and do that and get this tool as well to sort out all this information that you need to in order to get yourself enough players who are scoring enough points, obviously, on your roster and a good pitcher. Click on the link in the description area of this video. Take care. Have a great night. And very importantly as well, have some fun while you're doing it.